So first of all, this deals with work environment, and the pentacles, I pick up work, and this is like the riffraff surrounding the work environment. First of all, whatever you put in on the work environment is what you're going to get out. And this indicates to me a lot of new projects, new clients, people vying for your attention. If you're in a crafts, special trade, crafts type of work situation where you take on clients or you do commission work, I feel that you're kind of like the master of your field. You're kind of like the master within that guild, that department, or whatever it is, because people are coming to you asking for advice, asking for your inputs. So I do feel that you are somewhat on a very good, like, pinnacle point of your career, and you're being sought after for the skills that you bring to the table. Okay. For others of you working in a client basis, there might be some communication that could be potentially jarring coming through, and you might hit some roadblocks with these clients, or based on the way that they demand that you work. They might have specifications about how they want the work to be carried out, and you're trying to streamline the process. And I feel like it's too many cooks in the kitchen where everyone is giving their own version of what they think is best. So I feel that you can tune them out, because the Five of Wands is generally a very young energy. You know what you're doing. You've been doing it for quite some time. It seems as if you can even say, I've been doing it since you were in diapers, because you've got these things as a testament to your skills. So let them fight amongst themselves and just, go about your own way, because you obviously know what you're doing. Okay. Finances looks very stable, very, very good. All right. So keep at it. And this is where you should devote your energy. So the next cluster that we are dealing with here is the Four of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. And this is what I'm feeling here. I feel that the universe is telling you that, Sagittarius, there is some major investment that you can do down the line. The time of it is probably in April, is not right now. Okay, so try to save your money. If you have people coming in telling you, we want you to invest your hard-earned money that you've racked up, money that you worked really hard for, into this startup that is going to benefit all of us. You want to be very careful about this and not make a move until April. I feel like after April, after October as well, I feel that things will be a lot better. So it's important for you to hang on to your financial resources. It is really important for you to keep your, if you have plans like investment opportunities and things like that, or if you are actively investing your money, I feel that it would be in your best interest to keep everything close to your chest, not review your cards right now, and wait for a better time, or at least, see how it pans out first before you decide to invest even more resources, or before you decide to cut your losses. So everything takes a little bit more time, and I feel like in April, something is going to pay dividends, okay? Money is coming in large sums in April, and I feel like April is the time to make big purchases to release the freeze on your bank account. If you're dealing with specifically some type of a banking account freeze, I don't know why, but that came through. So you might want to, it will clear up for you, but it's going to be April. So the Wheel of Fortune, not to downplay the importance of the Wheel of Fortune, it is a major arcana card. So it indicates some drastic turnaround happening for you. It's going to clear up a lot of blockages that you've been feeling on the financial front. It is also going to open up new paths for you, okay? But I feel like April is when this thing kind of inches forward and bursts forth. And then after that April timeframe, things are going to flow very smoothly. So whatever blockages that you're encountering now, and you don't feel like you feel as if there is no end in sight, it is going to get broken through by the beginning of April. All right, so hold on tight, Sagittarius. In terms of your emotional growth, spiritual growth, and I feel like, your general emotional state, you're in a really, really good frame of mind right now. So first of all, we have the star, and the star indicates a lot of healing, a lot of overcoming situations where you were dealing with people who were constantly attacking you. They were questioning your credibility. They were questioning your contribution to a specific environment. If it's a work situation, they are being weaned out of your work environment. So I feel like you are going to get recognition. You are going to get as well that sense of satisfaction, excuse me, that sense of satisfaction that, wow, all the people I've had troubles with, they're leaving. So I feel like some heavy major obstacles are being lifted in terms of other people right now. In terms of work projects, investment, payouts, and things like that, not yet. But in terms of people leaving your workplace and you feeling quite good and smug and kind of like the owner in your domain, I feel that things are looking really good. You feel comfortable in your own skin. You feel comfortable in the work environment. Whatever contentious problems you've had to deal with when it comes to people, dumping their emotional baggage on you, I feel like all of that is being swept away. So this is a mental, spiritual clearing. It's a cleansing. It's a healing process. For those of you who are going through some type of physical therapy, some type of treatment where you're doing some monotonous activity over and over again for therapy, for specifically physical therapy, it is going to start to show results. Okay. I see some healing, some breakthrough coming through. I also feel like if you are seeking holistic healing from a holistic health practitioner, it is going to be very beneficial for you. And it is a really good time to seek that out for this month, because you are going to hit the right person and you are going to get to see rapid results. Okay. So seek some holistic healing if that's something that is needed for you. I feel as well, I want to say this. If you are dealing with people who drain you emotionally, it's a good time for you to seek a mental health specialist. And a lot of the times, mental health specialists, if you think about a therapist, a psychiatrist, it has a negative connotation, and I don't think it should. But sometimes you need a third impartial party to bounce ideas off of. Sometimes you need advice, and that's what they're there for, and they're trained in their field. They're not judgmental. So whatever it is that you're dealing with and you feel as if you're a bubble and you feel like you have all these locked up feelings inside you and you're about to burst, well, it is a good time for you to seek some type of mental health release. They can teach you coping skills. They can also put things in perspective for you. So I'm going to say this. If you find yourself consulting tarot readers, many tarot readers, I feel like what actually would be good for you is to seek some advice from a mental health specialist, because they can put things in perspective for you. So I feel like if you're consulting over and over and over and over again, it might be a situation where there is a universal truth out there that you're not ready yet to accept. Okay. And doing that over and over again is not going to serve any purpose, but to get you more confused. So I did mention, energy interference and blockages. So I feel like maybe you need somebody to help you process dealing with grief, dealing with disappointment and things like that. So maybe going on to traditional medicine would be better for you, where you are dealing with more of a mental health consultant. Okay. So it would be more beneficial for you to see somebody that can teach you some coping skills when you are dealing with disappointment, or you're trying to break away from toxic relationships and you don't know how. I feel like it would be very good for you. But I also feel Reiki treatments and healings and things like that would also be good. So you can pick, more of the spiritual route or more of the traditional medicine route. Either way, you're getting healing, and that's all that's important, right? Like, that's really important. So the last cluster that we're dealing with, let me see if there's anything else from the Nine of Cups. Excuse me. Okay, so let's see this last cluster here. What we have here is the Fool and the Queen of Cups. I feel that for a lot of you, there have been a lot of restrictions in the past. You are dealing with the Saturn transit right now. These restrictions are coming in not to aggravate you, but they're forcing you. Where have you not been, I guess, proactive about letting go of situations? Who are you still clinging on to? What are you still clinging on to? And how is that deterring you, preventing you from living the life that you want? How has that deterred you or prevented you from forging ahead with less baggage, emotional baggage, physical baggage? How have those things, people, How has clinging onto those things or people been hindering your life? Okay, so these are things I feel like you need to really address, because I sense that a lot of you might have, I feel like might have trouble letting go of disappointment, grief, even like, I feel rejection as well, but I don't feel it as much as disappointment. Disappointment, I feel, is really coming in very strongly. Dealing with dealing with blockages and dealing with situations where you feel like it should have taken off by now. Why am I still waiting? Why am I still in limbo? So I feel like it would be better for you to think about where or who are you giving your power away, and how are you not able to move on with a clean slate? Okay, what are you still emotionally invested in, where you are preventing yourself from moving on with a clean slate? So these are important things that you need to address. I feel that for a lot of you, there is a water sign that is blocking your progress. Okay, and this might be intentional or unintentional, but the water sign is Aquarius. Excuse me, I'm so all over the place. Okay, so it is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, not Aquarius. Excuse me. So there is a water sign kind of blocking your progress. And I feel like I feel like their presence is very, very strong in your life. They are a source of support, but I feel like if you're not able to make decisions on your own and you're constantly coming to them for support, I feel that it can be a blessing, but and a curse as well, because they might be a crutch in your life. They might be that security blanket. Okay. At the same time, there might be, in any situation, you might have very strong emotional ties to this person, to a certain outcome regarding this person, to the way that you both come together and work together as a unit, and you might not be able to break away from it. I also feel some dependency issues that is allowing you to, it's not allowing you to travel and to move on with your life. So this is potentially two people needing one another, and needing one another and not being able to do things independently. So I feel some blockages with a water sign that is preventing you coming in for, like a new lease on life. Okay, so I feel some obstacles in the way coming through as another person. In terms of the advice here, what we have is this. First of all, we have the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands is a relationship card. It is karmic. I would say, like, this is the twin flame energy, but what I'm feeling more than anything is a lot of you are caught in a situation where you feel as if you found the one. And I feel that you're having trouble letting it go. And I feel like it has brought you a lot of grief, a lot of strife, a lot of, you're dealing with disappointment. And this person has caused a lot of negative like feelings. They bring, they usually when it's a soul connection, they bring a lot of stability. But I feel like it can also bring in a lot of dependency issues. And it can also bring about a lot of disappointment and self-doubt. If it's the wrong person, it definitely will bring in disappointment and self-doubt. And I feel like a lot of you are walking away from this, or at least trying to walk away from this, but you're not empowered, and you feel as if you're making the wrong decision. So I feel like you want guidance and you're seeking guidance, but you don't trust the guidance that's coming through. So I feel like you are emotionally invested in the outcome of a situation. You've invested so much of your time and your resources and your emotions. And it's sort of like these initial sunk costs cannot be recouped. And as a result of it, you're still heading down the same path because you want that emotional outcome. Okay. That really, that person, that relationship, that situation, because you sunk too much investment in it. And my advice here is that it's bringing you a lot of stress, a lot of grief. So you have to let it go. You don't really have a choice. Focusing your attention, on the other hand, on finances, on work situations, on other areas of your life that are not bringing you strife and strain and stress is going to be required of you. Focusing on how you can better your life, how you can create a better financial future for yourself. That's where you're supposed to divert your energy, okay? So rather than pining for situations that are not really help working right now, take a break from it. You can come back to it later, but I feel even if you were to go back to it, it's still going to be the same theme. So I feel like, why don't we steer away from this? Why don't we steer away from this disappointment, sleepless nights, anger, frustration as well, and focus on something that we can build that has value. Okay, the Ace of Pentacles is a very, very good card because not only is it finance related, it's about empowerment. It's about the universe conjuring up something to give to you that has physical financial value, but it's also going to create a new path for yourself that you can walk down towards, okay? So it's opening up a new portal, a new door to your future. So it has a lot of potential, it has a lot of possibilities, and it is really good for you. So steer yourself away from this and walk into a new situation. Aim for the new, I feel like, is the advice here, okay? You're going to be a lot more happier, Sagittarius, if you chart new territory, if you expand and get out from this energy and also expand your consciousness, your physical location, your geographical location. If you seek new adventures, new ways of doing, new avenues, you are going to be very happy. What I feel is a lot of the blockages that is coming through for you is fear-based. And I feel that once again, financial situations the clearing up time will be April. And the other aspect here is you have new income generating revenue streams coming through, new job opportunities. There might be relocation as a result of these new jobs, and you might be hesitant about taking the new job because you might have to leave some people behind. But I feel that no matter what, the advice here is to go ahead with this because you are going to be very, very emotionally happy, okay?